Behind these doors, faith is forged by hand. Behind these doors, faith is forged by hand. Every piece begins here, not with metal, but with a drawing made decades ago.
Some of these patterns are older than the workers who use them, carved by hand decades ago.
Sand casting, a technique older than industry itself, and still the only way to capture this kind of detail. Every grain of sand has to reach every curve. Miss one detail, and the whole casting fails. This is the moment of truth. Either the mold captured every detail, or the process starts over.
1900 degrees. Hot enough to turn solid brass into liquid gold.
Molten brass at 1700 degrees. One steady pour is all they get.
Underneath the sand, the first glimpse of something sacred.
Rough edges, casting marks, excess metal. None of it belongs on a sacred object.
Each spark carries away an imperfection. What remains is one step closer to sacred.
3 different artifacts, 3 different challenges, each one demanding a different touch. "20 different files, each one shaped for a different curve. This is where patience becomes craftsmanship." Water keeps the brass cool and carries away the dust. 300 strokes per surface, minimum. Before gold can bond to brass, the surface must be stripped down to the molecular level.
Hydrochloric acid strips everything down to bare metal. Without this step, the gold would never bond.
This room runs 24 hours a day. The gold never stops moving from anode to artifact.
24-karat gold, dissolved in solution, waiting to bond atom by atom.
48 rays, each one cast as a single piece, each one about to become gold.
"60 centimeters of pure gold radiance. And the hardest part is still ahead."
The face is everything. A machine can cast the body, but only a human hand can give it expression.
"2,000 years of devotion, expressed in 24 carats.
Agate on gold, a technique the ancient Egyptians used, still the only way to achieve a true mirror finish. Synthetic stones, chosen for their durability, but selected with the same eye as a jeweler setting diamonds.
The body meets the cross, a moment that has to be exact.
Gold leaf, thinner than a human hair. One breath in the wrong direction, and it tears apart.
Three artifacts, three different journeys, all arriving at the same standard.
"25 microns, that is the minimum. Anything less and the piece goes back to plating."
After all that craftsmanship, the last challenge is making sure it arrives in perfect condition.
Acid-free tissue, cotton batting, custom foam. more protection than most museum pieces receive.
Slide it left. Okay, I'm tightening the strap now. Good, all secure.
Chicago. A cathedral that has been waiting 3 months for this chalice.
Every week, these trucks carry faith across the country, one artifact at a time. Not just gold, not just brass, something that cannot be replicated by a machine alone. And so it begins again. Sand, brass, fire, and the patience of human hands. The thinner the detail, the faster the metal cools. Every second counts. Aluminum oxide grit at 90 pounds per square inch. It strips decades of oxidation in seconds.
"17 steps of polishing. Skip one, and the gold will show every shortcut."
Four letters, each one painted by a steady hand. No room for even a single tremor.
48 rays, each one wrapped individually, because after all that work, a single scratch would be unforgivable.
Keep coming straight back, slowly. Watch your left side.
Manifest checks out. All 3 pallets confirmed.
All right, you're good right there. Hit the brakes.
These hands have shaped thousands of sacred objects, and tomorrow they will shape thousands more.
Silver solder at 1500 degrees. The joint has to be invisible and strong enough to last a century.
The solder joint has to disappear. If you can see where 2 pieces meet, the work is not done. A nickel barrier layer. Invisible, but essential. It stops the brass from migrating through the gold over time.
Every piece is documented, a record of craftsmanship that will outlive us all.
"68 years of sacred metalwork. Every piece in this case was made by someone who stood on this same factory floor.
Welcome, Father Michael. The shipment is ready for you.
Thank you. It's good to see you again.
3 months of work, 17 pairs of hands, all leading to this single moment.
They call it a factory. But what happens inside these walls is something no factory was ever meant to do.